October 5, 2016. Just a quick update. I've been going back and forth about buying a domain name for the site. Just kind of thinking, is Resilient Dad really a good name for the site? What I'm trying to do. I mean, the goal is to spread, or the goal is to discuss how I'm, me personally, as a father to my family, trying to lead all of us into a more resilient lifestyle. That was the seed. That was the plan. But just looking at what I've posted so far, and it's not always very father focused, and that's one thing I need to fix. I need to fix the blog and all the stuff so that it's family focused. It's not gear. It's not tactical stuff. Or not that I've done anything like that, but the focus should be leading the family into that resilient lifestyle. So I'm gonna do some changes, and one of the things I've been trying to contemplate is what's the right name for the site. So did a lot of research, at least for me. I am no marketing expert, but for me that was a lot of research. So apologies if it's subpar. So some of the stuff I did is just to find out what related keywords were topics that pertain to what I'm trying to do. For example, resilient and resilience had two different I don't know, they had very different results. One was more about being resilient. The other one was surviving psychological trauma, tragedies, getting back from a divorce, that kind of stuff. So just little tweaks on the keywords results in you get very different results. And depending on if you look at Bing or Google or I don't know, DuckDuckGo, whatever site search engine you use, the results are very different. So kept going back and forth, trying different things, trying different search engines. And after narrowing it down, I think I tried thriving as a keyword, other than resilience. What else did I do? I forget. But the other thing was just to make sure you track the research, document the research, so you're not just making something out from memory. I did make notes. They're on Evernote somewhere, and I logged out what I found before I bought this domain. So anyway, at the end of it, I decided I'm going to go with resilient. But so then, what is it going to be? Is it going to be resilient dad? Is it going to be resilient man? Resilient family? Resilient family. Actually, that site's taken, so I can't do that. So there was a way to resilient or something, and that kind of had a good ring to it, only because way to, or the way, is all, in martial arts is always like Jeet Kune Do, Aikido, the way of the intercepting fist. So that was kind of I wanted it to work, but I guess it doesn't, at least not for me. So I ended up getting makeresilient.com. I think it works. It's easy. It's 2 words, real short, and every time I type it, I get some of the results I want from the search engines. It's about characteristic of being resilient, getting back up from trials, not just these other things that you get from those certain keywords. Not that it's a bad thing to be tied to that, but that's just not the market I'm trying to build this blog about. So that was was something useful. So it's makeresilient.com. Got it on GoDaddy. I'm going to test this idea for 2 years. So that's all I got for the subscription. And then the other question was, so I'm setting up the domain. I'd like to not do it through WordPress. So quick thing, I did Nuke Farms before. It was through WordPress, and it was like $30 for a year for the whole site with the domain name. The problem was, one of the hiccups was I could not make it work with Google Apps for Work, which I wanted to use that. It's pretty cheap. I'm sure there's some better options, but at the time that's what I wanted to use. I think that's what I'm still going to try to do. So the hiccup was I couldn't make Google Apps for Work with the WordPress host service that I got. So I'm going to do GoDaddy. I'm going to do a separate hosting service. So you have to buy a domain name, and you have to have a hosting service, and then you can make your website. This is how I'm doing this. I'm going to get the website for, I looked at GoDaddy packages. It's pretty expensive. I found this guy from TSP Business Directory, and it's $10 a year for a very basic site. So I'm going to give that a shot, and we will see. Got the domain name, which is key, and I can move to a different hosting service if this one doesn't work out. If it does, I saved myself, because I have to do my I'm not sure if this is going to make me money, so I'm not willing to spend a lot on it just yet. So that's amazing, $10 a year. And then if it starts to get traffic, obviously you could move it. But the point is, if for a very low fee, you've got a fully working site. So we'll see how that goes, and I will keep things logged and posted. I'll try to do a quick post of that too. Awesome, thanks.